Man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Y'all seen the question on the title. Um, can being a hater, is being a hater curable? However I wrote it, I don't remember how I said it. But that's the question. Can a person that's just been a hater just all their life, just can they be reformed? Is there a way to bring them back to the good side? And I'm gonna go over a few things that might help us answer that question. The first thing you got to ask yourself, or the person got to ask themselves, why are you a hater? Why is that person in that spirit to where it seems like anybody that's doing well or anybody that's doing better than them, um, and sometimes people that may not be doing better than them, you just have this thing where it just bothers you. Something just rises up in you, and so much so to where you have to actually speak on it to other people. You have to speak on it publicly on platforms to try your best to diminish the greatness of whatever it is that person is doing. What brought you to that point? Also, what does a hater really stand to gain from hating? Like, think when you think about that. I think a lot of people focus so much on the act of hating itself that nobody really asked the question like, what did they even get out of it? And when I say what did they get out of it, I know that there's a satisfaction that they receive just from releasing it, from letting it out. Like they feel good that they have spoken down on somebody for whatever twisted reason. They get a rush out of that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just um, in terms of a life benefit, some kind of reward. You know, even a sellout can at least say they got some money. Even a sellout can at least say, well, hey, I did make it to the position of supervisor. I sold my way. I did get into the White House. I became a part of the cabinet for a little while. I did get the. They can at least point to something tangible that they may have received as a reward for being a worthless sellout. But a hater, you don't get too many tangible rewards out of it. So what are you actually receiving? How are you prospering or benefiting from it? See, that's one of the main things that come to my mind when I think about this subject. So it just tells me that you just have that spirit in you. You just have that kind of energy about yourself that you can't help yourself. You can't help yourself. And I would really be, I thank God every day. I'm not going to lie, but I would really be messed up if I just moved in a way mentally that seeing somebody over there that's just living their life, not even thinking about me, not even worry about what I'm doing in my life, but me seeing them doing well, it just eats me alive so bad. Man, I would hate to be that kind of person. I would hate to be that type of individual because why? Why? And we all know the old saying, it's like, oh man, the time you spend hating on people, that could be time you could be using building your own thing up. Well, that's a fact. That is true. That is a true statement. But unfortunately, y'all, the hater's mind is not constructed like that. The hater's mind doesn't operate like that. They are focused 100% on tearing down that person and directing and pouring that energy into that process and that process alone. It bothers them to even hear somebody else complimenting another person, giving props to another. They don't even. It's bad enough if you taking the time out to just shoot people down, but they don't. It kills them to hear somebody else do it, man. So that's where it comes from. So if somebody says, "Well, oh man, you know that guy right there, boy, he doing this thing, man," you know, oh man, he ain't doing nothing, man. Y'all ain't. See, I knew him back when we was in school, and he ain't have all. His daddy left him that money. He ain't start that business. It's always something. It's always something, you know. And it's like they always have the hate cocked and loaded. It's always ready. Stay ready so the hate stay ready so it don't have to get ready. And the funny part about it is, no matter how much they are pointed out as being a hater, how much it is recognized, spotted, and called out, it just doesn't seem to deter them in any way. So the question remains, can that kind of person, can that kind of spirit be fixed? Some would say no. I would say maybe. I would say it depends on. It's like being an alcoholic. It's like being a drug addict. The first step is to recognize and acknowledge that you have a problem. And in order for a person to recognize and acknowledge that they have a problem, they have to recognize and acknowledge that they have a problem. And sometimes, man, a lot of these haters out here, they don't think there's nothing wrong with what they're doing. And the ones that do, they just gonna stand on it. Because trust me, there are many of these people who know absolutely that they are hating on people, that's what they are. But they just gonna stand on it because they can't get over the fact that this person is doing well and they're not. Or they may be, look, because look, it's a lot of prosperous haters out here. That's the crazy part about it. I made a video similar to that a while back about how there are people who are doing very well, who are really up, but they still have an insecurity, or they still look at people. They will be on the top, they will be in the penthouse looking way down on somebody down in the slums, and finding ways to shoot slugs at somebody in the slums that's making some moves. So yeah, they can be cured, but they gotta want to be cured. They gotta be made to know that there's no benefit in their actions, no benefit for them. See, because haters become part of your promotion and marketing team after a while when they lock in and focus on you so hard. After a while, they start to be part of the process of word of mouth that brings other people to you. And I got some examples, but I'm not gonna make this video super long. Maybe I'll do something long on a live stream or something. But yeah, I think they can be reformed if they want to. I know some of y'all like, no man, no. Once a hater, always a hater. It's in him. That's who they are. But the human spirit is redeemable, if it wants to be, or if it chooses to be, or if the good Lord intervenes and says otherwise. But in the meantime, you just make sure that that's not a jacket that you are wearing in your life, and that you can recognize the blessings that other people receive. And because hating ain't nothing but envy. So when you see somebody else receiving a blessing or working their way through their own blessing, hey man, just be happy for them. And study and learn them. Learn from them. Learn what they do. Because a hater studies the subject that they hating on. They just don't act on it the way they should. They study the subject to fuel the hate instead of studying the subject to learn from them and extract the principles of what's making them great, and then apply them in their own life. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. I will catch y'all later on with another one. Peace and love. All right.